The Six of Swords. Now, you know how there's a thing in particularly the kind of gypsy fortune telling tradition of I see you going on a journey over water. Actually, just mention this now, it's not that likely that Romany gypsies did work with tarot cards because, 300, 400 years ago, printing was really expensive. So, kind of 400 years ago, and we're talking like the Marseille Tarot there, tarot cards would have been would have been very expensive and would only have been bought by kind of the well-off. But here we are with our Rider-Waite Tarot, the Journey Over Water, the Six of Swords. Now, this can sometimes mean a physical journey because if you live on an island like Britain or Ireland, in order to leave your home nation, you have to cross water, don't you? We have to cross the North Sea or the Channel, the Narrow Sea, or the Irish Sea to get anywhere. So sometimes it can mean physically travelling, which would go with the chariot travelling, moving on, moving forward. But in the same way as the chariot can mean just moving life forward. The Six of Swords can mean an emotional journey. A journey over water is an emotional journey, and because it's swords, actually, I can't come up with a better word than pain. It's often the card of grief and bereavement. Now, that can mean literally grieving for someone who has passed away, but it can mean grieving for perhaps the end of a relationship. It kind of goes very much with perhaps the Three of Swords, which we are coming to. Often this appears as being something that someone needs to do. They need to move on. They need to move forward. Maybe that's what they're asking tarot for some sort of guidance with, is how do I move on? How do I move forward? I think we all get this advice from time to time, don't we? Oh, you need to leave it behind you. You need to move on. You need to move forward. But it's not so easy to do. Perhaps if a relationship ended and you really thought that you had found your soulmate, it's not so easy to let go, is it? Sometimes we have to be a little bit like the fool and believe that we do have a parachute, but emotional issues are very personal and we all react in a different way. But we keep coming back to the theme of life as a journey. But here we are on our journey over water. That there are two figures in the boat, in the punt there. One is the person, the other is their own inner child, inner self. It's an interesting idea of a representation of somebody's, your querent's emotional well-being as being a separate person almost from their physical being. And this is saying you need to nurture both of them. But your querent didn't come for a tarot reading to have someone say, well, you just need to move on, because everyone is saying that. But tarot is saying, yes, you can move away from past hurt. You can move away from past pain. You can make a new life for yourself. You can make that journey, leave the past behind, and embrace, perhaps, the fool, the magician. And you can find happiness for yourself. And I do believe this firmly, that we are all here to be happy. We are all here to sing, to dance, to find joy in our lives. So I hope you sing, even if it's only while you're doing the washing up. And I hope you dance, even if it's only around the kitchen while nobody's watching. Actually, I think that is probably a t-shirt slogan, isn't it? Dance like no one's watching. Work like you don't need the money. Love like you've never been hurt. It's great advice, but of course it is very difficult. To love like you've never been hurt, which is part of what this card says, is very difficult to do, but dancing on the kitchen is quite easy. This often holds people back from forming a new relationship. There is often that fear of, I don't want to be hurt again. But we all have to take a little risk, don't we? Crossing the road involves a little risk, not just for hedgehogs. So I hope you're all enjoying your own journey. I hope you all find the time to dance, even if it's only around the kitchen. Please do subscribe to my channel, and I do hope to see you again soon. And we still have lots more things to talk about. See you soon.